Good morning, folks. This is Naeem Aslam, Chief Market Analyst at Evertrade, and welcome to our daily technical analysis video. In today's segment, we are going to look at gold prices and what really the gold price is doing with respect to its support and resistance zones. So let's have a conversation around those potential buy and sell areas and see where the price is really trading at and what are the prospects of the price moving to those ones. So before we do that, as always, it is important for me to go through this slide of disclaimers and risk warnings. Anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own financial advisors. So as always, I'm going to bring out the MT4 platform, and what we're going to do is we're going to begin the analysis by looking at the daily time frame, as you can see from here. Now, on the daily time frame, what you can see is that the price is very much trading to the upside. There's no doubt about that, because if I draw a trend line by joining the lows of like this, you can clearly see that the price is trading to the upside. Now, that is just one way of determining the trend, by joining the lows. But another way of determining the trend with respect to gold price or with respect to any derivative is to look at the price with respect to its moving averages. And we have three different moving averages to begin with. First of all, we have your 50-day simple moving average, then your 100-day, and finally your 200-day simple moving averages. As long as the price continues to trade above all of these moving averages, it confirms that the trend is very, very strong and it is going to continue to the upside. Just like over here, when the price moved above its 50-day simple moving average, as you can see right at this particular point. Let me just mark that to show you a little bit more, to make that a little bit more clear. Just right over here, it was pretty clear at the time that the price is trading above all the three important moving averages, the year 200, 100, and 50. And from there onward, it was clear that the trend is to the upside, hence price started to move higher to the upside. But on the flip side, when the price starts to drop below the important moving average, such as a 50-day moving average, as it did, it was it sends a confirmation that the price is likely to weaken. And that is what happened right at this particular junction. The price moved to the downside. Now, the price is in battle with two important moving averages. Number one is your 50-day moving average, and number two, it is your 100-day moving average. Now, of course, the hope is that we see a break to the upside. If we do see a break to the upside, meaning the price moves above the 50-day simple moving average, then the chances will be that the price will continue its journey towards its next resistance zone. That resistance zone was formed by the top of these two candles, which run from 2064 to 2076, so $10. That's the difference between the two lines. So the hope is that if price does break to the upside, we will continue our journey to the upside. And by the way, this is where also our support zone currently is as well, which is at 1902 to 1919. So the price is kind of coming out of our buy zone, and it just needed one more confirmation, which is your 50-day moving average. And if it does that, if it breaks above that, then we will have that confirmation that yes, the price is going to continue its journey to the upside. One way of determining that also is that keep an eye on the RSI. The RSI really needs to stay above its this particular line, so this arrow that I've drawn on this one. So as long as the price stays above that, the RSI stays above that, it continues its journey to the upside, we will have the confirmation that look, this particular move right over here is going to continue its journey towards its support resistance zone. However, on the flip side, If price fails to break above that and it falls below the 100-day moving average, which is trading right over here, then the possible move is going to be to the downside, which is right over here. And that means that we need to redefine our support zone. And for that to happen, in order for that to happen, we got to go right around this level of a support zone, just over here. And what we can hope is that the price stays above the 200-day moving average, or even if there is a break of the 200-day moving average, that is just a false break, a very small break to the downside, and the price moves back to the upside. And so that support zone is running between 1778. So let's say the 1785 or 90 or so. So that is the next level of a support. So let me mark these levels for you just to make sure that you guys understand, so that when you do come back to this one, and then you know what exactly we mean by that. So this over here is your support level 1. This over here, this zone is your support level 2. So let me just mark that again over here. And then this one over here is your resistance level number 1. Now, this particular was, again, to summarize, as long as the price stays above the 50, 100, and 200 moving average, we can see the confirmation that the price can move up to the upside. But when the price starts to break below the 50-day moving average, we've seen the confirmation that the price is likely to move to the downside. Now, we are sitting right around this battle zone area. If price continues to move to the upside, if it breaks above these two moving averages, then very likely for the price to move to the resistance zone. However, if the price fails to break to the upside, this support zone will break and the price is likely to move to the downside. One way of checking this particular move is keeping an eye on your RSI. All right, I hope that makes sense to you guys, and I will see you guys next time.